Morning. We're gonna make homemade spaghetti sauce, and then you can freeze this. You can use it at any time you want to do it. It's just so easy, and it's so good when it's homemade. You don't need to buy it in a jar. You just buy it and waste your money. I have browned my meat. This is about a pound or pound and a half, something like that, of hamburger meat. Sometimes I make a lot, but today I'm not gonna make a lot. And so let's get started by opening a couple of cans. I don't know what I'm thinking. You need to cut your onion up first, y'all. I'm gonna put one big one in mine because that makes it really good. If your kids don't like onions, they don't know what they're missing. So just cut it real fine. They won't even know it's in there, but you'll have that good flavor, okay? Sometimes you don't need to tell everybody everything that you're putting in your stuff, if they like it, unless they're allergic. I've got a friend that's allergic to onions, and she hates to be allergic to onions because she really loves them too. I bet she's watching this morning. All right, so I'm just gonna cut these in some long slivers like this. They don't have to be anything perfect. And then I'm gonna go the other way. I know that y'all are so excited because I've got a little knife in my hand. I hope I don't cut my hand off using this little knife. I'm used to the big ones. I'm gonna put this in with my meat now because we're fixed to cook this meat just a little bit longer with the onion. And we're going to put some peppers and mushrooms in ours. Now, if you don't like the fresh mushrooms, that's what I'm gonna put in it today. But if you don't like that, put in the canned ones or don't put any in at all. The first time I made spaghetti, I made myself sick. I ate so much of it. I love spaghetti. Now my children, Hannah and Dallas like it, but my grandchildren, Hannah's kids don't like it. I think William loves it. All right, so we got our onions. So that was quick, wasn't it? You're gonna make you a good sauce. You're gonna love that. So you just put that in your skillet. And actually, when I get this made and eat it, I'm not leaving the leftover in this skillet because you don't need to. It messes it up. So I'm going to put this over here and let it be getting hot. Let those onions cook just a little bit. And now I'm going to cut up a half of a bell pepper. I'm saving the other half because I'm going to have me a stir fry, I think, tomorrow. And I want bell peppers in it. I've got some good stuff I'm going to put in it tomorrow. I've got an ear of corn. I've got some banana peppers. And all kind of stuff like that. Just cut this in skinnies. This gives it a good, nice flavor. When you're cutting up peppers, y'all don't cut one little thing at a time. Cut you some strips like this. And then put the strips together and go the other way. There's just no use in you working so hard. I had a friend over here one time was helping me cut. This is what she did. She took one little strip. She did like this. And then she'd get her another little strip. You know, I ain't got time for that. I got too many irons in the fire. Have y'all ever heard that old saying? They said, can you come go with me to the ball game tonight? And if you turn around and you say, I've got too many irons in the fire, that means, no, I cannot. I've got too many things to do. All right, there's our peppers. Put those in. I've got a few mushrooms. I've got, how many did I get? I took 5 out of my little container. I'm going to rinse them off to get that dirt off of them, or soil, or whatever it is. You're not really supposed to wash mushrooms. You're supposed to wipe them off. But sometimes they've got so much stuff on them, you just hate to do it like that. I must go cut these up just any old way. It doesn't matter about them. This is fast and easy. Y'all make you a big old pot of spaghetti, noodles. You can use any kind you like. You can use the fat noodles. You can use the, 'em. 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 ' You can use the angel hair noodles. You can use anything you want. Heck, you could use macaroni if you wanted to. Just whatever your children like. All right, 5 mushrooms makes a lot. And there it is. I always buy I don't always buy, but I buy the fresh ones a lot. And the reason I do is because, put that on top a minute, is because I use, if you open a can, you feel like you got to use the whole can. If you buy the little packages, like tomorrow when I do my little stir fry, I hadn't got to worry about it. I'm just going to... All right, I've got me 1 can of tomatoes, petite diced tomatoes. I'm going to put in there, juice and all. Got me 1 can of tomato sauce. Now, y'all, do not, listen, do not salt your spaghetti sauce until you have made it completely. And the reason being is sometimes this spaghetti sauce right here, not spaghetti, tomato sauce has a lot of salt in it, so you don't want to overdo. All right, I've got me some garlic cloves right here. You don't put the garlic cloves in the same time that you put your onions and peppers and stuff, because garlic burns really super easy. Let me peel these real quickly. Here's my little garlic cloves. I've got all the little outside part off of it. And you want to cut these kind of small. And I'm fixing to put them in there right now in just a minute. I'm going to just kind of cut them real tiny here. Dice them just a little bit. If you don't want to do this, you could use those little garlics in a jar. This all minced garlic in a jar. You can use garlic powder. But don't use garlic salt, because I'm afraid you're going to get too much salt in it. Just cut these up. And we're going to throw these in just a minute. I don't want to put them in until our onions kind of get a little bit on the tender side. Okay. Here are the 3 spices that I use to make it taste like really super good. I always put in some Italian seasoning. Just plain old Italian, nothing added, Italian seasoning. I always put in oregano. That makes it really Italian. And I like garlic powder. So these are the 3 spices I'm going to put in. Now let me look and see how this is doing over here. Would you like to come and see? Would you like to come and see this spaghetti sauce? Let me get you out of your, chair here. Here we go. Now let's turn on the light where you can really see good. And here it is. All right, we don't have anything in it right now but the onions and the meat and the peppers. And, well, mushrooms. We got mushrooms in it. See, it's growing. I didn't have much meat in it, but it's when you get everything else in it, it's growing. It's time for us to put in our garlic. So let's do that. Let it flavor up a little bit. Okay. And get it all in there. Now let's put in our tomatoes and our tomato salts. All right, we're going to put in the tomatoes first. These are little, they're cut small. They smell so good. There's our tomatoes. And now we're going to put in our tomato salts. You can, y'all, if you like to, you can use a little tomato paste too. It's a little thicker. I don't like my tomato salts to come out chunky. I like it to be kind of soft. All right, mix all that in right now. Real good. And I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I had it on low. We're going to let this simmer together. And right now, I'm fixing to put on our spices. That looks good. It looks really good. All right, what we're going to do, let's get our spices. I just sprinkle mine on. I really don't measure. I don't like to get out measuring spoons, do y'all? Let's put all our, there we go. We're going to put on the oregano first. And y'all, I'm going to taste it too. All right, let's put on our oregano. Now we're going to get some Italian. Which the Italian probably has oregano in it, but I like a little extra. I use a lot of spices, and you want to put this in at the beginning because these are dried spices, and you need for them to. Oh, my garlic is kind of stiffed in the jar down there. I'm gonna have to do it around a little bit, get some to come out. Garlic powder. All right, now then we're going to turn it down to a low simmer, and that is it. That is it. All you're going to do now is let all those flavors come together, and make your noodles in a different pot. Now, some people mix their spaghetti salts in with their noodles. I never do. I like to fix my spaghetti separate and then put my salts on top, and then I'm going to put some grated Parmesan cheese on top of that. And that is how you make spaghetti salts. It is really easy. So if I can't find any noodles in my house, which I can't remember if I have any or not, I fix to go look. If I can't, we'll taste it plain. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Boy, it's my lucky day. I found some spaghetti noodles. And they're done. Let's take them over here and drain them in our colander. And then we are fixing to eat us some good spaghetti. Put that in my wash water. Let it be soaking. All right. Let's get our salts now. I am excited. I love spaghetti. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get our spaghetti over here. I mean, our sauce, spaghetti sauce. And y'all, I did have to put a little more garlic in it. I like a lot of garlic in mine. So here's how I do it. This plate right here is special. Look at it. It's old. It was George's mother's plate. I only have one of them, but it's pretty, isn't it? I don't know what kind it is. It probably wasn't expensive. It says it's fine china, though. It's P-O something. I can't read it. I'll have to get a magnifying glass. All right, so you put. Here's how I like to do mine. I like to put my spaghetti in the middle of my plate, and the steam is coming off of it. I like it hot. And then I'm going to put my, gosh, that is hot. I'm going to put my spaghetti salts on top of it like this. This is how I like to do it. And then I'm going to put my Parmesan cheese on top of that. And sometimes I use the one that you shake out. But I have this, so I'm going to use it. It smells divine. And there it is. It was quick. It was easy. I hadn't been in the kitchen hardly no time. And you just kind of mix your salts in with your noodles, and you take you a bite. Mm-hmm. And by the way, I did have to add salt. You know, I told you to wait till the end. Well, I waited, and then I tasted it, and I added more garlic, and I added some salt. Y'all, this is so easy, and you probably got all this in your kitchen right now, except for the salts. And you can make it with mushrooms, without mushrooms. You can make it with fresh mushrooms, canned mushrooms, bell peppers, And you can put anything else in it you want to put. It's going to be good, y'all.